talked about how, you didn't quite maybe use your wrestling as much as you would have liked to in your last fight. And you said it could have possibly cost you the fight. You got the draw. And now you're still working with guys like Raymond Daniels and Sage Northcutt. And, are you doing it again so you can fight a stand-up fight? Because what I'm thinking is that's going to take you away from wrestling.
No, I can say, hey, I'm gonna make you miss every kick, and I'm gonna just make you down. I can do that all I want. But those kicks are gonna come. The times are gonna come. The counters are gonna come. I have to be able to see it. You know how bad of an idea it is just to shoot naked, to take down with no strikes, no setups, and no counters. So
the
wrestling has to be based around getting in close enough to take the person down safely off a good combination, or off him, aggressively pursuing me, or off a leg kick. So with that said, I will focus a ton on wrestling. The opponents, but those opponents should be people that have that base of striking, not just, hey man, just throw this wheel kick at me and I'm gonna try to take you down. He's not gonna throw it the same way. He's not gonna have the second move. He's not gonna say, if I miss this, I go to that. That's what a point fighter would do. They go, hey man, maybe you miss this, but if you push my leg that way, I'm going to spin and I'm going to throw this right after it.
Well, there's so much dexterity in the feet of both Raymond Daniels and Sage Northcutt. Tell us the truth. The first time you sparred with Sage and Raymond Daniels, what was going through your mind? Like, oh my gosh.
Got my ass whooped twice. I'm gonna lie to you on here. No, I got kicked to the cage. Got kicked to the cage. Raymond, Raymond's and Sage is a lot different. Sage, he don't throw a side kick to gauge you and keep you at the end and hope you come in to do a spinning kick. He coming in like 300. He's trying to say this is Sparta. Kick your rib through. Raymond is the opposite. He's being elusive, and he wants to make you get out of position, similar to Wonderboy. He want to counter you fast. If he gets you backing up, he will blitz you. He will pressure you, but he is hard to hit. He's hard to catch up with. So just seeing both of those different sides, I'll say this a lot. Wonderboy, he didn't like when I said it, but I fought Wonderboy in the fight. And I'm telling you, if I had Sage stand across the cage from me and I had Wonderboy, I'm going to be more worried about Sage striking than Wonderboy. I'm going to be worried way more about Raymond Daniels striking than Wonderboy as well.
That's the whole point, right? That's why you put yourself with the right people to make yourself a greater champion so you can have that legacy to build, correct?
Yeah, and Duke Rufus has a great group of guys. I'm not diminishing any of that. He got Erik who would have been a great asset. He got, obviously the Pettis brothers. Got my brother, Mike Vicky Rose, Cheryl. Those guys all come from that background of Taekwondo. But I'm talking about the world class. These guys are world class in this art. You know what I mean? And they, Sage will say it. So Raymond will. Raymond said, hey, he wasn't the best. Yeah, he had a great record, but he wasn't the best in this sport fighting world. And he's not on my level. So if I'm training with that person that's so, convicted and so confident in that, that makes me confident when I walk out there. If I get to the point where I can at least feel comfortable going through rounds, not getting hit, getting proper angles, closing the gap properly against him, it's going to give me extreme confidence against Wonderboy.
You mentioned Duke Rufus, and I want to know how much have you enjoyed that atmosphere there and the guys that are there, because it seems like you've really found a lot of synergy and you've really found a home there, even though you're still going to ATT at times.
Yeah, I was, like I said, I was running my own show for a long time. I was doing all, hey, let's do this, and we would do workouts at ATT. Let's do vertical climbers, let's do bag work, let's do band work, let's go to the track, let's go outside. And I'm not saying don't work hard, guys, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is that I was doing too much. I was beating my body. Anytime a strength and conditioning workout or sprints make your legs hurt, you feel like crap for sparring, then you are making the supplement workout your primary workout. Sparring is the closest thing you can get to a fight. So I should be fresh. If I'm going to be sore for anything, it's going to be sore to do strength and conditioning. You know what I mean? Or sore to do cardio. So I think Duke helped me realize that Tyron, none of my fighters have ever shown any type of fatigue in fights. They all punch at a very high volume. They all are very smart. They have a really high fight IQ. We know what we're doing. You got to trust and believe that, hey, you doing too much. He said you working too hard. You know what I mean? You're working against yourself. And I had to really buy into the product and believe in, his results and his coach. I mean, his fighters.
Duke is the man. I first had the opportunity to train with him, I think 12, 13 years ago. Tyron, I have a question for you. Does he still hold pads for you and then just let you kick his leg? Does he still let people do that?
Yeah, I feel bad a little bit because I got these big old legs. And he showed me how to use them. So, to be honest, I had pass every single night in training camp. I know that sounds like a lot, but sometimes it's playful, sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's just enough to see what he needs to see that I work the bag. But I get so much one-on-one time with Duke is unreal.
I mean, that's a very, very good situation you got going there. I'm happy for you, sir. So tell us.
I appreciate it.
Let's switch gears. We want to talk about your commentating, man. You've been doing a better job. You're starting to get the hang of it. Are you starting to like it, or you do not want to get too in love with it because you got to focus on being the champion?
No, it's easy because luckily, I'm blessed to have been to a lot of cities and build a lot of relationships. So I got a lot of training opportunities in California. So when I'm out there, I can't get to wild card boxing every time. My coach is so tied up with training individuals. He can't get to me. So when I get a chance to train with him, it's two birds, one stone. I want to be the best at everything I do. I am, working hard at getting better. I got a lot of, big shoes to fill. Brian Sands, one of my favorite analysts. All these guys are so different, and I really found my groove, what separates me from everybody else. And that's my lane, and I just stay in my lane.
Which person do you think you work best with on the analyst desks?
A better answer, I thought that I would clash the most with Bisbee because Bisbee is such a free spirit. He's such an attention freak.
He's
that I was
a free
just
spirit.
100% imagine.
It's a nice way to put it.
I thought he would be a team takeover, but to be honest, man, well, people don't understand how hard it is to be on television and do stuff like that. Bisbee's really freaking good. He's really good. He was really great to work with. And I had to play Scottie Pippen. He was in there shooting threes, dunking, slamming. He was Michael Jordan that night when I worked with him. And I just kept throwing the ball up and passing it to him because at the end of the day, the goal is to have an amazing show. And, that's just being a team player. So I work well with everybody. Me and Kenny work both together. I do enjoy working with Rashad as well, kind of like brothers. We got a lot of history. I've only worked with DC a couple times, and I did an audition with Dom. We haven't done any shows, so they're starting to mix it up and see who paired well with who, but I can mesh with anybody.
I mean, how much do you appreciate the fact that you have this opportunity to do something like that, and that's something that you can look forward to doing, when you're not able to fight anymore?
It's always great to have an exit strategy. I don't want to be fighting and one day it doesn't make sense for me to do that anymore. And I'm like, damn, what am I going to do now? I don't even know. I'm opening Jamba Juice or something. And I just don't want to be that fighter. I've seen so many of my friends and so many people I care a lot about that just seem so lost when they retired. And I don't want to be that guy. So that's why you see me doing some acting. You see me do some stunt work, some commentating. And I try to diversify myself. When I leave fighting, I'll go right into another chapter of my life.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's the smartest way to do it. That's it's why we have this show, looking for a life after fighting.
That's right, and we're gonna bring.
This is your chance to promote yourself and for people to know who you are. Like I love fighting for the UFC. I think it's a great promotion. But every time we do a countdown or embed it might not be my filter. It might be something else I would have put on there or cut.
Yeah.
I got full control on my podcast and on my video blog on YouTube. Make sure you guys can check out the Champ Life and also the Champ Camp. This is my list. And sometimes fans, they get behind you a little more stronger if they know you and why you're fighting all the things that you got to sacrifice.
Oh, of course. This is a content-driven world.
Well, that's what I was going to bring up. Now, you have your podcast going that TJ DeSantis also produces. That's D's Nuts.
Yeah, the More in the Wood Show with D's Nuts,
that's
man, the homie Dean Thomas. We try to get down with that. We try to have fun, man. We do the same thing like you guys do. Get a good content, but also we'll branch off and we'll talk entertainment. We'll talk politics. Yeah. And, we'll have fun with it, too.
So then also, you have the podcast going. How do people find you on social media?
They can find me at TWOOODLEY on all platforms. I'm on Snap, Instagram, Twitter. More importantly, man, I'm putting out some pretty epic freaking vlogs. Nobody in the fight game right now is doing it like me as far as quality and get the story and message out. So make sure you guys go to YouTube, subscribe to Tyron Woodley, check out the latest episode of the Champ Life, episode 2, and Champ Camp. We're filming it as we speak.
All right, I'm going to find it right now and subscribe to that page. We just started our YouTube page last week. Because funny, people were stealing our audio content and posting on their YouTube channels, getting 50, 60,000 views in a day, Tyron. And I was like, that's it. We need our own YouTube channel. So I just started that the other day.
Yeah, that's not cool.
So we'll find, no, but it's okay because they're promoting us. They're promoting us. It's all right.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm going to find yours. I'm going to subscribe to it. I'm going to put a link to it on our page. Real quick before I let you go, I know we're short on time. Do you have a quick comment for us on Robbie Lawler leaving ATT? Anything to say about that?
I don't have a ton to say about it. He wasn't an original American Top Team member. I feel like he came in. He was able to put the pieces together. He's always been a world-class fighter. They helped him put the pieces together to win a world title. That was his reward. I don't know if he felt as if more was owed or deserved for winning a world title, but I've been America's Top Team since day one. I don't know if he left because of me. I haven't talked to Robbie in a while, but I have no hard feelings. I like Robbie a lot. It was uncomfortable fighting against him because I respect and like him so much. But at the end of the day, man, this is just a fight business. How many, opportunities will you get to fight for a world title? If you get that opportunity, you got to go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Last but not least, do you have any comment on the Black Stallions team basically they said it's basically splintered and gone?
Yeah, I can't speak a lot on the logistics on how it happened. It sounded as if they didn't have a ton of notice, and they just like, oh, we came to the gym and it's closed down. Obviously, it's a competitive team of America's Top Team, but I'm really friendly with so many guys. Michael Johnson, Rumble, Usman, Rashad's like one of my big brothers, man. So I never want to see a team go through that type of despair. Man, I low-key was really at Dan Lambert badly, man. I really would say, hey, man, let's try to get Rashad over to American Top Team. Not only just as a fighter, because he's high level and got a big name, but he's such a great coach that when he's entered into this last few fights in his career, when he decides whatever that time is that he wants to hang it up, you'd be a great asset. He's a great mentor for fighters.
Yeah, he's definitely a great influence and just a great presence on the team. Tyron, thank you so much for coming on here for a few minutes. You're a gentleman. You're a gentleman. You hold yourself with a lot of class as a champion. I appreciate you very much. I'm always cheering for you, sir.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right, there he is, Tyron Woodley, signing off, flying back home to some training.